Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Workforce Corner. My name is Julio Salinas. I'm your host. I'm the communication specialist here at Workforce Solutions, and today I'm accompanied by.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Fabian Martinez. I am with Workforce Solutions also. I am a business solutions representative.
So thank you guys for joining us today because we want to we want to take a deep dive into the topic of our hiring events and our job fairs and what benefits you as employers can find or gain from attending those events. So we're lucky to be joined, of course, today by Fabian, who is an expert in that subject. And some of the questions that he'll help us answer today, for example, we want to make sure you guys take all this information. We get a lot of times a lot of questions from you saying, how do you guys have the hiring events? How do I find out about them? What are the steps to join them? So those are all those things we're going to go over today. So starting with Fabian, what steps do employers have to take to join the Workforce Solutions events or job fairs?
So one of the things that's important for employers to know is that you have to be a registered employer in the state of Texas in order to participate in any of our events. That just means that you have to have your EIN information ready. That way we can verify that the business is legitimate. That's the key point right there. If the business is legitimate, then we can move forward with helping with the recruitment needs.
Okay, and I see that because a lot of times we do get comments online from job seekers looking for certain job postings. They're like, "Hey, is this legit or not?" So we do want to remind them that if you see a job posting on workintexas.com, more than likely it is very legit because they are verified through our system. So be careful out there as a job seeker if you're looking at job postings on LinkedIn or on Facebook. Sometimes they could be scams. But workintexas.com, all those jobs are usually verified by our teams, so that's where you should be going to find the best possible solutions for you. Now, like you were mentioning, are there any specific requirements or qualifications for the businesses to participate, like once they have those documents?
As long as the business is registered, then we can proceed with any of the employer's business needs, whether it be posting a job on Work in Texas or if they want to have a hiring event where it's specifically for that business, or if they want to join our job fairs.
Okay, so let's discuss that. You mentioned the hiring events and the job fairs. What is the big difference? What should employers know the difference of those two?
So the difference between a hiring event and a job fair is a hiring event is tailored specifically for one employer. We focus on the needs of that employer, whether it be multiple vacancies that they have available or if they're just recruiting for one position, but it's key for that one employer. It's designed for that one employer. A job fair, the difference is you're having multiple employers. So it can target either one industry, where we can have, for example, the medical industry, and we'll have various medical employers that are recruiting, or it could target multiple industries, where you have a little bit of everything so that the job seekers that are attending have the option to visit with different industries, different employers.
Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be business-centric or just like healthcare-centric or education-centric. A job fair could be multiple, right? Multiple
Correct. It could be multiple industries.
Yeah, that's very good information. Now, how far in advance should an employer register for a job fair or reach out to us if they want to schedule a hiring event?
So if an employer wants to schedule a hiring event or join one of our job fairs, it's important to be at least 2 to 3 weeks prior to the event. This is because there's a process. Once an employer tells us, hey, you know what, I'm interested in having a hiring event, I'm hiring for these positions, then we still have to create a flyer, inform the community about the event, let them know these are the positions that we're hiring for, these are the requirements, and that's a process that can take maybe a few days to create a flyer, post it on our social media, and kind of get that word out to the community. And once you have that, then you're a little bit better prepared, and you're going to get a good candidate pool coming in.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. We do need ample time to promote events like that. So that's kind of like a very good advantage, knowing that you need a time frame for having the message out there. But what are the main advantages, like let's say for businesses that are attending these events? What can they expect as far as like a job seeker pool when it comes to the hiring events?
So when you advertise with ample time, then you can expect a good amount of people to show up. A lot of the times maybe we try to plan too quick, and at that point it won't be out on social media long enough for you to get those customers coming in. Also, our social media department does a really good job about answering questions on Facebook, on Instagram. So if those job seekers are out there and they're interested in that position, then you get a little bit more interaction with them, and they get to know better what the requirements are for the positions, what they need to bring in, if they need to bring anything in for that specific hiring event. So there's a lot more communication between the community and knowing what the requirements are for that job.
Yeah, and I could definitely attest to that because our team does manage social media pretty efficiently. We do try to stay on top of things, comments, messages, any doubts that might be out there, we try to address real quick. But yes, I would say, reach out to us give us at least 2 weeks to promote an event. From my marketing background, that's what I would say. 2 weeks before the event is your sweet spot, so we can push it out there. Talk to the news, get the posts out there, talk to the people. Depending on what you guys want to do, also where we might be able to help employers create their marketing campaign for an event if they want to invest a little more money on their side. But other than that, I mean, what we do is mostly organic through our social media. So, I mean, that's something that you guys can also take advantage of and make it use for your benefit, of course. Now, I know we just had a couple of very successful hiring events, in the city of Rio Grande and also the Jumpstart Career Expo. Can you tell us more about that? Like, how many people attended, or how many people like you've heard so far that got job offers at those events?
Yes, definitely. So for Jumpstart, which was hosted here in Edinburgh, we partnered, Workforce Solutions partners, with the McAllen Chamber in this case, and we planned the event so that a large amount of people can come in, which means that we also get a variety of employers, something from all industries. That way, everybody can take advantage of it. We had over 110 employers that showed up to the event, recruiting, which had over, I want to say, about 6,000 job opportunities. Okay, so out of those 6,000 job opportunities, we let the population know, the community know what industries are there. We had some healthcare, some construction. We had also customer service. So there was a little bit of everything, right? And we had, if I'm not mistaken, over 900 people that showed up to the event. So that's always a really good turnout because the companies get to take advantage and see all these individuals that are interested in working. I mean, if they're showing up to the event, they're looking for work, they're looking for employment, and they bring in their backgrounds. They get to talk face to face with an employer, which is always the most important part, right? Get the job seeker in front of you. Ask them the questions that you need to ask them, and they get to ask you a little bit about your company and get to know a little bit more about the company, right? And when they get that information, it makes them feel a little bit more comfortable in applying.
Yeah, I could definitely see that as far as also job seekers, taking advantage of those opportunities. You mentioned that we had over 115 employers there. I mean, it's a one-stop shop. You show up and you're talking to all different various industries, and you kind of want to see what route you want to take or what path is good for you and learn about their company cultures too. So, I mean, those events are basically an advantage for both sides, employers and job seekers alike. So that's why we want to share those stories with you guys and make sure that if you are an employer who hasn't used any of our services, which by the way, it's totally free, right? We don't charge you guys for joining Work in Texas or anything like that. And you can join our job fairs or hiring events, to your benefit. These services are free again, as long as everything checks out and you're signed in our system. But it's a win-win situation, So if you've never been part of these events and you're looking for people to work, you want to hire people, it's definitely something that you should definitely talk to us about and reach out because we're here to help you. Now, other than what we just mentioned, what resources or support that we offer to the employers, and I think we touched on a couple of those as far as the marketing. Basically logistics of the event. They don't have to set anything up, right, at their office or anything like that?
So it depends. If the employer wants to have something done at their location, we assist with the logistics. So we do have a total of 11 business representatives across Hidalgo, Starr, and Willacy counties. What that means is that there is going to be a local business representative that you can speak with, and they can visit your location, they can, or the business location. They can help with organizing the logistics of the event from point of entry, where we can help with registrations of the people that show up to the event, making sure we get their names, last names, phone numbers, emails. That way, if you find somebody that's really interesting, or you want their information to contact them back after the event, we have those details to provide to you. Okay. So that's one of the things that we help organize. Now, for hiring events, for job fairs, we also take care of all the logistics, and like you mentioned, this is all free of charge. There's no reason for you to, or for employers to be paying to get this kind of a service when they can get it for free through us.
Well, that's awesome to know. Now, besides that, like, should employers bring anything or prepare to make the most out of a hiring event? Like, what should employers have at these events to attract the job seekers' attention also?
Okay, definitely. So employers, I would say that it's important for them to have a job description ready. That way that if the job candidate is coming in and asking you what positions do you have, you give them a list of the positions, a job description, the requirements for those positions. That way you can communicate to them what you're needing and what you're hiring for. Once that information is provided, then the job seeker can now, decide whether they want to apply to that position or not. The same thing applies for job seekers. If I'm a job seeker and I'm looking for employment, I want to make sure that I'm dressed interview ready, because a lot of the times our employers do interview on the spot, and we've even had employers that make job offers on the spot. So it's important to dress properly, to also bring in your resume, updated resume. All this information is key to making that connection go well.
And absolutely, I do agree with you, be interview ready at these events, because I have seen it, people walk out with a new job offer that same day. So again, take advantage of the opportunity where you're networking with everybody, and it's a win-win situation. So besides job fairs, what other workforce solutions programs or initiatives can help these employers connect with job seekers?
So we do have a side of job fairs and hiring events. We also post on Work in Texas. We would generate a job posting where candidates can either find it on their own from home, because this is also open and free to the public, or once it's already created on Work in Texas, then when job seekers come to our offices, we have a total of 6 offices across Hidalgo, Starr, and Willacy. So when job seekers come to our office, we tell them about the job opportunities that are out there. So if somebody's coming in looking for a general labor job, or if they're coming in for a construction job, or if they're coming in for, they're a professional and they're looking for employment, then our staff at the centers can give them those referrals and let them know about the opportunities. That's one way to connect with the community. But then aside of that, we also have other programs that assist as far as training and recruitment.
Okay. Yeah, and it's definitely, like you mentioned, Work in Texas. I mean, it's a big database of all the jobs available in the state of Texas. So it makes sense to be in that website. Like, it's just another resource that you can take advantage of. If you're posting on LinkedIn, that's great. Facebook, again, that's great. But Indeed, Work in Texas is another alternative also you should be looking at. And especially because it's a little bit more reputable, like I said. If you have legit job offers, they're probably posted there. How can businesses stay up to date with our services? Who can they contact to start this process of joining our job fairs or hiring events?
So as I've mentioned, we do have 6 offices across Hidalgo, Starr, and Willacy. They can reach out to any one of the offices that's closest to them. We have one in Rio Grande, we have one in McAllen, one in Mission, we have one in Edinburgh, Raymondville, and Weslaco. So those are the 6 offices that we have. If you reach out to that office, they'll communicate you with one of our business solutions representatives who will provide any of these services to you. And then as far as staying up to date with the events, you can always contact them and ask them, hey, do we have any events coming up in the near future? We'll give you a list of those events if we have any planned or programmed. And again, if we don't have anything programmed, you can still request a hiring event specifically tailored to that business.
And I want to touch on that hiring event because I know, like you said, sometimes they might not have the area or the room in their business, but they're welcome to use any of our offices, right?
Correct.
To set up the hiring event. So.
Yes, so we do have rooms available for hosting an event at all of our offices. And again, this is all free of charge. We have the space where we can provide with either projectors or televisions in case the employer wants to present something. And we also have smaller spaces where it's more of an office setting where you can do a one-on-one interview with a job candidate. And it's just a matter of contacting the center, seeing if the room's available for that date, and we'll program it for you.
Yeah, because I think we also have all the computers there, so it's everything set up for the candidates to go in and apply online. If you need them to do an application, they could do it right there and then. And then at that same day, if you want to interview them, we also have the rooms available for you guys. So, I mean, it's a one-stop shop again. It saves you guys time, saves you money especially. And what more great way than to actually find the job seekers you're looking for than to partner with us, right? So would you like to give them your information in case they're looking to start a hiring event or job fair?
Yes, definitely. So again, my name is Fabian Martinez. I'm located out of the Workforce Solutions office in McAllen. If you want to reach me directly, you can contact me at 956-784-9602. That is my mobile number, so you should be able to get a hold of me there. Or you can email me at fabian.martinez@wfsolutions.org.
So I want to say thank you everybody for joining us for today's episode, and I hope you guys found the information fruitful and to your advantage. If you guys have any questions or want to reach out to us, again, like I said earlier, we always monitor our social medias. Reach out to us on RGV Operation Get Hired, or Workforce Solutions on Facebook or Instagram, LinkedIn page also. Stay in touch with us. Let us know what you guys want to hear more about, what questions you have for future episodes, because we want to make sure that you guys know everything that we have to offer, and we want to partner with you to make sure that your company stays successful.